Tamika Hargrave died while cheating on her husband with her car mechanic. They were getting it on inside of a closed garage while the car was still running, and both eventually passed out from carbon monoxide. Their unclothed bodies were eventually found by Tamika's husband.
Now, once I have gotten transported to the physical hospital, this is when I actually engaged spiritually with me actually being dead on life support. I was looking at myself from the ceiling, and I'm looking down, confused, not understanding what is happening, why am I there? Because at that time, I'm still trying to understand everything that took place. One thing that I can say with passing away, there is no leeway of when I had time to get right with God. There was no repentance. There was no, confession of the sins. There was nothing that took place. So I'm still here looking from the ceiling level down at my body. They had me in a machine that's supposed to.
I want to touch on that because, a lot of people think I'll just live my life the way I want to. And then when I die or right before I'll die, I'll just try to get right with God. No, you need to get right with God right now while you're alive. That's when he wants you, because you may not have time to get right with him before you die. Some people may have the chance to, like the man on the cross next to Jesus, if you're lucky enough. But you could be alive one second and then just dead the other. So you don't know. If anyone watching this that's a non-believer or atheist, just seek God for yourself. Ask him to reveal himself, and he will. That's my best advice to y'all.
Hey, it is Patricia Ann Landon Regali, Chief Little Flower, coming at you from a godforsaken Truman Show somewhere on the seedy side of the dark web, aka the wild web, in conjunction with the upright World Wide Web from the shadow banned realms of YouTube. So, you know what? If you are aware of my channel in any capacity, consider yourself the in touch, the part of the underground, because nobody comes across my channel unless it was through shared processes or definitely not the algorithm. I am shadow banned 9 ways from Sunday. So whatever click that you see on the counter of viewed times video has, it's not accurate. I sit there, man, which is a part of the, this is what this particular video is about the cyberbullying and the hacking, and how what that looks like played out. And so one of the ways that this is played out is through real time. So it's like, for instance, say you wake up and then you go to veg out on your phone, see what time it is, maybe watch a few videos and all that. Your honeypots will call you at that point. You have to be very savvy on who to filter out that is a possible honeypot. One of the ways you can tell is through timing. I'm all like, it took me a short minute to figure it out, but when I did, I was like, well, X-nayed that person out of my scope, because as a targeted individual, your electronics are hacked, obviously, but then you also have, so is your home. There are implants of cameras and the such, hidden. One of the other tarot readers, he basically had found, it was either, I think it was like a little screw with the at the top of it being a camera. And that's not the only story out of it on the internet or other YouTubers talking about it. And then furthermore, Miss Kuan Yin from I Have No Cut Cards Tarot, she had also taught us about the technology where an implanted camera can be done through basically the left temple, and the technology will root itself through their left eye, and have a camera in the person. So there's technology out there for that, and come to find out, it is very possibly Neuralink. Ironically, the Holy Spirit had already told me about Neuralink maybe about 2 years ago, and it came to me. I was just like walking, and then all of a sudden it was like a thought planted right in the center focus. It was Neuralink. I'm like, that was weird. And so that's the first time I ever heard about it. And then fast forward, Kuan Yin was able to make the correlation between Neuralink and that illegally left eye implant of a camera. So whenever a targeted individual is gang stalking, targeted, a plethora of adjuncts is used to harass. And so whenever they pull in the use of these adjuncts as a targeted individual, how you see it is through timing. So one of the ways that is manifested, so if you click on a video, say on YouTube, they can use the comments to rail your ass that way in real time. Where you think that, oh yeah, that's just a coincidence. No, that was contrived. And then so, but for instance, if I'm looking at one of my videos, whenever I first, look at it, it'll say like 50 views. And then when I click on the video, it'll say like 30. And then when I look away and go back, it'll be like 5 or 7. And it'll just fluctuate between 5 or 7. Number one, this was never about the views. And so why would I care? But the ones who do care about it are the antagonists who have been running the game on me. They care about it because they're trying to keep me hidden. They have been afraid that I will go viral. Oh, get out of here. That is one of the sweetest compliments ever. But if it is within God's will, there is nothing anybody can do to stop it. So whatever. Couldn't even do it to propagate it because it's all His timing. And then so, and another way that the use of technology will manifest itself is, like for instance, early on, I had woken up, and no sooner had I woken up and planted my feet on the floor, I get texted like right away by a honeypot. He was trying to get me to come out to fucking Italy, whatever. Like, hello. He said he was a targeted individual, blah, 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 blah. And then I figured it out, and I'm all like, bye-bye. And so, but that's another way it'll play out. So if you're a targeted individual and you hop on your phone and all of a sudden somebody is trying to garner your attention, that was contrived. So you would not miss their attention seeking. For whatever way they were trying to orchestrate something on your life. So whatever. And, but within another realm of being harassed is through the comments of YouTube. And so, but what I'm saying here is that whenever you get on your electronic device, and if you're hacked, these real-time gaslighting techniques, these psyops, are on purpose. And then so early on, I learned to not read any comments on Facebook. And so to my real friends on Facebook, I love you. My shit is hacked. If you thought you were in contact with me and I was rude, that wasn't me. So the Auschwitz 2.0 is very sophisticated in their ability and techniques to run a person into the ground with the use of slander and manipulation of technology. And then but I know that there are some real life sellouts on, let's say, Facebook, that, not even just Facebook, but that will gaslight you through their posts and their psyops. And so I love all of my people who are genuine to me, but I never scroll Facebook, because that is just a portal, a gate to sucker jab you. No, so I'm like, I wall myself off from it, and I post on there because this is me video documenting my experiences, and this is me trying to wake up somebody to help them protect their lives, and to hopefully get the word out about the Machiavelli ways of all of this Auschwitz 2.0, all of this gang stalking. This is my public service. This is my calling in life, to help spread the word and hopefully initiate the change and abolish gang stalking once and for all, and to teach how all of this plays out. So, but with regards to say like YouTube comments, I can click on a video, and the comments that on that video will pop up in real time with digs at me. And another way that I get punked through the comments or a targeted individual can get punked through the comments, so like on YouTube, is that whenever I go to like leave a comment on somebody's video or whatever, I'll get some skank YouTube hacker that will try to incite another psyop assignment. So I'm all like, whatever. But the funniest YouTube psyop assignment on the comment section was probably about a couple months ago. Whenever I was married to the ex, Timothy Paul Regali, super skank of these people who have been harassing me, trying to cause me to commit suicide with this gang stalking. I mean, what a crap dad, man. When that shit comes out, Timothy, you're done. You're done now. You're dead, don't even know it. But, because, you know, hell is a thing. But, I mean, who tries to kill their parent, their children's mother? Oh, you people do. You're trying to cash me out. Fuck you. And at any rate, so, I realize now that throughout my marriage with Timothy, he had been a regular habitual cheater. And so, but I chose to have faith in him. And, you know, and of course, I would rebuttal every once in a while because the facts were there. And of course, he gaslit me. But now, after all this time, I realize all of the incongruencies that did not add up were actually very authentic in the nature of him cheating. So, and here's a for example. He had these friends out in Humble whenever he worked at this company called KLM. And it was two guys, and one of the guys was married to this woman. And he used to hang out with them. And they called him Skin because he had, you know, a shaved head. And then so at a certain time within the dynamic of the friendship and that with those people, they found out that the best friend of the dude with the wife and kids, they were she was a whore, sleeping with her husband's best friend. And then so whenever that came out, it was the weirdest thing. You know, it was like, because we'd gone over there to go visit them, and then I could not understand why Tim took it so personal. I was like, what is that? You know, it was like as if he had done it. That just, I was like, what? Even back then, I wouldn't have thought that he would have with a married woman, let alone the best friend or his friend that he was hanging out with. That is beyond skank. I realize now that's just the kind of man that he is. He's like the skank of skanks who would try to cash out his own children's mother. So at any rate, I was like, I just didn't, I could not translate the body language I was seeing at the time, because the body language was like he was hurt. Like it was as if Tim had done it. And that I could not translate. That just, you know, was like, wow, where was this coming from? And then so we stopped hanging out with them after that, and which I was happy with, because logistically, I'm like, Tim took it personal as if he was caught, because you could see the it was like the betrayal had been caught. And so if you can imagine what body language would look like, and it was like, oh, it was like sorrowful, like, oh. And so I'm like, I didn't understand that. So when we stopped hanging out with them, I was perfectly happy with that. And then, so that's the background data. Now, about a couple months ago, they were punking me on the comments of Olivia Leads with Love. I enjoy her readings. And so the comment that I don't even remember the comments I left, but your hackers, your gang stalkers, they hack you on your devices and on your apps. So, but they want you to know that they're fucking with you. So something will be referenced that you could translate personal to you. So what these assholes had did was somebody commented, "We know Skin." And then that was the nickname they gave Tim. And then Tim had left some other comments on that video that I could translate. And I'm all like, okay, whatever. So, but what they thought they could get me with was, "We remember what happened." I'm all like, you don't know shit about shit. So what I did say was, well, the missus slept with the best friend, and then she also fucked Tim also. I didn't say fucked though, but they did. And I followed up with, why do you think we all stopped hanging out together? So if you know Skin, honey, he bagged your woman. Why do you think we all stopped hanging out together? So, but I say all that to say that this is one of the ways that a targeted individual gets punked, gets psyoped, is through comments on apps that are hacked. That is personal. So if you're noticing anything that looks like the dynamic of what I share, it's because it's real-time PSYOP assignments. But the one I just shared now is my favorite, because I was able to share a realization that I had made sometime before the interaction. So now I was able to use the opportunity, since I had your ear, to let that skank woman Tim bagged that slept with the best friend. She didn't just sleep with the best friend. She slept with Tim also. How old are your children? The kids were small back then. What a super skank you are, Timothy. Ew. So, nonetheless, That's one of the ways a targeted individual gets fucked with by their devices. They are hacked. And then we have to deal with real-time PSYOP assignments, which is why I usually just don't even deal with the comments. You know, I'm like, whatever. But this is why I never even scroll Facebook, because I know I have even a brother over there that's been trying to sucker jab me with PSYOP assignments on the regular. I'm all like, so you are the putridness of a woman who was very accustomed to sleeping around with other women, other men. I thought Patricia's children knew better, but apparently not. Caroline tried to punk me also. She sold me out, thanks to Marcella. So, whatever, guys. Y'all do you. That's the only thing you're going to get off of my back, was the blood coin that you flipped off the detriment of exploiting me. But see what targeted individuals have to deal with. But here's the coup de grace, is that no matter what I say, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that God saw it all. And I forgive you all. I don't care about what you guys have done. That's between you and God. So while you earned all of that blood coin in your Auschwitz 2.0, unless you get right with yourselves, you're not going to see heaven for shit. The lake of fire and your own pit in hell already has your name on it. My guess is that each of you all are too pussy to even admit the truth, tell the truth, let alone stand by it. So, who needs you?